Welcome everybody to this week's No Mulligans course preview for the RSM Classic. I am John McNutt with FSI's breakdown of this week's PGA course and event. The week just ended Masters week. It was a ton of fun watching DJ. He did kind of run away with it, but at the end of it, the Masters is always special. We'll get more on that as we get into our DFS show tomorrow, but let's jump in with a quick course preview to get things started for this week. The PGA Tour is headed to Sea Island, Georgia. They will be playing on two courses this week. Both of them are the Sea Island Resort, the Seaside course, and the Plantation course. We want to focus our stats on the Seaside course as they'll be playing there on Saturday and Sunday. And then the players will golf once each on Friday, Saturday at the two courses. So really, as we're breaking it down, they're very similar courses, but we're going to focus on the Seaside course. Fast Bermuda greens, there's about 7,000 yard, par 70. Both courses are a par 70. Fast Bermuda greens, that's really kind of the thing to focus on this week. Golfers are all going to be hitting fairways. This is one of the easiest courses to find fairways, one of the easiest courses to find greens. It was second most on tour last year for greens in regulation hit. So lots of guys are going to have lots of opportunities. That doesn't mean the highest scores, and that's because the greens here are so fast and so difficult that really kind of levels the playing field a bit. Most weeks we go heavy on ball striking. I'm going to go a little bit more balanced ball striking with short game this week. That's kind of the difference versus your standard golf course. I will still put my approach shots as a very important on my modeling. I'll also look at tee to green, greens in regulation, very important this week. And then we're going to do good drives gained. So like I said, most guys are going to finish in the fairway, but we're going to kind of target the golfers who are getting it a little bit extra farther down the fairway, as well as always hitting those fairways. When we're going to hit 75+%, we want to get those guys who are going to be more like 100% this week. A good drives gained kind of combines the stats of distance and accuracy, and it seems like a good corollary stat for this week. Also, there are seven par fours on the Seaside course that are 400 to 450 yards. We'll put that into the modeling as well. And then kind of look at proximity. A lot of the approach shots are going to come in 125 to 175 this week. So kind of putting the proximity stat into our models as well. The last thing to really note this week is the wind. It is the biggest defense of this course. It is a Seaside course. And we're going to be potentially looking at some line stacking this week, depending on how the winds kind of turn out, going with wave AM or PM wave golfers. And I think that gives us a big advantage on Showdown. We'll be covering all the Showdown slates this week as well. And with two different courses and Draftkings not splitting those up, we should maybe see a small advantage for some guys playing on one course or the other, kind of depending on how the wind looks as well. So tune in with us as the week goes on, and in our Discord chat, we will focus a little more on players and wave stacking as that becomes necessary. The last few things just to look at here, we're looking at 156 golfers this week. Top 65 plus ties will make the cut. Usually the cut the last few years has been like 4 under, 5 under, 6 under, somewhere in there. If the wind really does pick up, we could see that drop down to more like 2 or 3 under par being the cut. Just kind of depends on how bad that wind gets. So the past 5 winners here: Tyler Duncan, Charles Howell, Austin Cook, Mackenzie Hughes, and Kevin Kisner. Obviously, just looking at those guys, we are not looking at a bomber's course. We don't need guys that are going to just bomb it out there. Your Bryson DeChambeaus, those aren't the types of player that are winning this event. It gives you, a little bit of an advantage, but at the same time, we're going to more focus on accuracy and then approach and putting, and all of those guys are much better at that than just driving distance. So we will get into more details on the picks show that will come out on Wednesday. Join us then, fsi.com. Find us on YouTube and all the socials as well. Thanks for tuning in.